going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The
stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome to philsgang.com. It's Friday. Market is down again, no surprise. Now, yesterday when the market dropped 600 points, here's what I said to my members at the end of the day. I told them right before the market closed. Here's what I told them. I know right now you're sitting here and you're going to see the market go back up tomorrow morning. It'll be back up tomorrow morning. Like, you think they're going to just let this market break through that January 24th low? Are you kidding me? Right, and they didn't. So this morning, the market was up positive, early morning, because they are so nervous. Powell doesn't know what to do. And if you look at the Qs right now, the big tech stocks, the Qs, do you know we're very, very close to the low that we had on January 24th? On January 24th, the low we had was 334. I'm talking about the Qs. Right now, we're at 343. We were as low as 336. So we're getting very close to that low. And that's really bad. Because remember what has driven this stock market for 14 years? The Qs. The Qs. The big tech stocks. That's where all your big tech stocks are. And they were able to drive those tech stocks for 14 years because, remember, your growth stocks, your tech stocks, nobody cares about earnings or profits or bottom line. Speculators buy those stocks. The big institutions, the big hedge funds buy those stocks. They want stock price to go up. They don't care about profits or earnings. A lot of companies, a lot of tech companies, for years didn't make any money, and their prices soared. Amazon's one of them. That's all they cared. So they knew if they could just keep printing all this money, that they could drive this market up. But the biggest problem is they kept rates too low for too long, and that's the problem we have right now. Because you can't just turn around and say, okay, we're just going to fix the market. We're going to raise some rates. This is so stupid. Everybody thinks, I shouldn't say everybody, but we're being told, hey, you raise rates, the market's going to get fixed. You're going to cut inflation. No, because it's been going on for too long. You can't just, after 14 years, decide to cut rates. That's like somebody's been on heroin for 14 years. You said, okay, he's going to stop tomorrow. No more heroin. People have no idea what's coming. They have no idea. The idea of cutting rates that will fix everything okay now, you'll be okay now. Are you kidding? How about the folks that were buying on the advice of the fake Business News Network, buying a dip? And how many of you were buying tech stocks on the dip? And now you got slaughtered. Most of you started to buy the tech stocks on the dip right around, I think it was right around January 31st. January 31st. You thought you were going to make a fortune. And I told you, every day, do not follow the fake Business News Network. Don't follow these jibber jabbers. You're going to get hurt. You're not going to make money buying on dips because the trend is broken. You only buy on dips when you have a wonderful trend. I'll give you the trend. Look at the trend we had when we came out of the crash from February 2020 to March 2020. Remember, they dropped the yields from 190 basis points down to 85? Wow. Did the tech stocks take off? We went up 85% like a rocket ship. like a rocket ship. People, I mean, now that's when you buy on a dip. You try to get in. We have a trend that's going straight up, which means the sentiment is, hey, everybody's going to jump in this market. The trend's going up. And every time that stock pulls back a little bit, 2%, 3%, boy, that's the dip you buy on. You don't buy on a dip in a crash. When, again, the tech stocks, the only reason they rallied is because of the printing of money to get buy those 10-year treasuries, get those yields down. But all that printing of money created so much inflation that I told you in November, if you go back to November and look on a chart, November of 2021, it was over. The tech stocks, that was the end of their 14-year run because the economy was saying we cannot absorb any more inflation. Wages aren't going up. Wages have been flat since the 1970s. We keep telling about all these wages and how everybody's got so much cash they can retire. Somebody who's making $55,000, $65,000, he's loaded with cash. What a bunch of nonsense. So today I'm just, again, telling you that if you're going to make any money at all in this market and you don't want to get wiped out, then what you should do is join our gang and follow us in what we call an inverse. It's called SDS, Sam Dog Sam. And you buy that as it goes up. As the market starts crashing, SDS will go up, and you keep buying SDS. It's an inverse. That's the only thing that's going to save you. That's it. Unless you're a real pro. That's the only thing that's going to save you. But if you just sit there and keep calling your broker, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What should we do? What should we do? You're going to get killed. So the SDS is the inverse of the S&P 500. I am telling you, if you do that, when this market starts crashing, which has already started to crash, all we're waiting for now is we're waiting to see if we break through that bottom of January 24th on the spiders and on the Qs. If we take that low out, we're going down. And again, as I said, this is silly that we're going to be okay if we raise rates. The last time the Fed hiked rates by half a point and a single move was back in May 2000. Do you remember that? And how'd that work out? Not well. Not well. And again, the private sector, where all the employers are, who had jobs, and jobs were coming along nicely, suddenly they lost their job. They lost their job. Then when 2001 came, they started to pick up some jobs again, but then they continued to lose them for 3 years. And you know where the job cuts were? Not in tech. Construction, retail, automating, airlines, all those kind of jobs. And then we fell into a recession in 2001. And then the Fed started to cut rates a half a point at a time to try to pull the economy out of the recession. It didn't work. Even with a milder recession, it didn't work. It didn't work. So understand, the Fed never does anything right. Remember, the Fed is powerless to fight much of any inflation. The only way you're going to survive, I'm telling you, this is where the magic is. You just buy the inverse. So if you're scared to short a stock, join my gang and we'll show you. It's so easy. You just buy the inverse and we'll tell you when to buy it and we'll tell you when to take profits. We will guide you. Try it for just 10 days free. That's what you should do. We going to go buy Coca-Cola or Pepsi and hide there? Give me a break. It's over. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect
consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by KDOW, AM 1220, San Francisco. Also, KLFE AM, that's 1580, The Answer, Seattle. And also remember, we stream live on Rumble and, of course, YouTube. So, we're talking about today, they're not even talking about it. The biggest thing that's happening today in the market are the Qs are getting very close to where we almost had a major 2,000-point crash on January 24th, which was interrupted by the Federal Reserve, who started to print $30-40 billion more to buy stocks to make sure the market didn't go down. They panicked. And today, this is a big event, because if we come here next week and they take that low out, you're going to see this market drop like a flying crowbar. And I'm telling you, don't think that rate hikes are going to help you. See, here's the problem. They don't tell you the truth. Listen to this. This is really gets me right here. And by the way, again, I can't guarantee you anything 100%. But for you people who never shorted a stock, for you people who are worried that the market's going to go down, and it is, the best thing you can do, and you'll convince yourself in 10 days, join my gang for 10 days and learn how to protect yourself by buying what they call an inverse, SDS. So you don't have to short the market as it goes down. As the market goes down, it pushes this particular ETF up. So the stock market goes down, you've been scared to short it, you don't know what shorting is, you've been petrified. Well, that can all go away because you can follow me with SDS. And we'll be with you all the way. That's the best protection you can buy, whether you're in a 401k, and by God, people in a 401k, you need this so badly. Anybody that's in the market, please go to my site for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com, click where it says Get Started, click where it says Working Investor Group, and you're going to be fine. And I'm not selling you. You sell yourself in those 10 days. And you'll see that formula, SDS, and you follow us, and we'll tell you every day what to do with it, what move to make. You'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. But I want to tell you, you're talking about the truth. Listen, just listen to this. Listen to this.
But it's much more exciting, topically, it's much more exciting to talk about the blowout in retail sales.
I knew you were going to get to that. You're a genius.
Blowout.
What blowout? Retail sale blowout? There you go. Kudlow and his fake Business News Network. Trying to take parking space in our heads. There was a retail blowout, big sales in January over December. They told us a big increase of 4%, and 4% is large. But it's not true. When in fact, the retail sales were down minus 18% if they would tell the truth and do the numbers the way they're supposed to do the numbers. Let me explain why they're lying to us. There was no blowout. It was negative 18%, not 4%. Just like they lie about the job numbers, they lie about inflation, they rig everything, they rig this too. When you adjust for inflation, think about this. Prices are up, most things, 25 to 35%. We all can agree on that, gasoline and everything else. Now, the fake Business News networks and their jibber jabbers, like Kudlow, want you to believe that sales are up. They were up in January. It was a blowout. Boy, big sales. And they weren't. All this happened is you purchased an item that was 25 to 35% more than you purchased it earlier in the year. You're paying more for the same item that you purchased earlier, leaving you with less disposable income to spend on other goods and services, which is really bad. But understand this. There was no gain here. They don't adjust. Understand, they don't adjust for inflation in those numbers. All this happened is, yes, prices went up 25, 35%, but that's not units. That's not increased sales. They don't adjust for inflation. They make you believe when they say, "Oh, look at this. We're up 18. We're up 4%." No, we're not. Sales aren't up. Prices are up. They got to adjust for that, to tell you the truth. I mean, that's really bad. Think about what they're doing. All that's going on is they're claiming that sales increased. No, sales didn't increase. Prices increased. Matter of fact, units went down. Sales of goods, the number of sales went down. Went down in January, not up. This is crazy. Example. Let's say it's your son's birthday and you decide you're going to go and purchase the same bike for him, okay, as you did for your daughter a year earlier, or his brother a year earlier for his older brother, right? And you find out the price is up 38%. So you purchase the bike because, I'm disappointed. You want the same exact bike. You know how they fight with each other. But the fake Business News Network counts that as a sale. Okay. But when you take the fake Business Network and the government, they don't adjust for the inflation. So the industry sells thousands and thousands of the same bike for 38% higher, right? But the number of purchases or units have gone down because because the demand has gone down for these bikes because prices have gone up. So they make you believe that the increase in prices is an increase in sales, and then they tell you, well, that's because everybody's got a lot of cash and everybody's doing terrific. No. Retail sales in January, are you kidding me? Up 4%? No, they weren't. They're actually down 18% when you adjust for that inflation, which they won't do.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang give platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And consumers have right now, Maria, $1.6 trillion of excess savings. So we think all of that's going to lead to a surprise this year in economic growth.
More than a third of Americans have less than $1,000 of savings to their name.
So which is it? See, they lie. They lie. Now, the reason when they doing their numbers and they don't count, they don't adjust for inflation. So in other words, they're not selling more. Our sales aren't going up, meaning units. Anybody in business, they want to know how many units did I sell. If you sell hats, you want to get your numbers at the end of the week. You want to know, okay, how many units, not just price, because I had to move the price up. So, yeah, my price went up, so it looks like my that week, the 1 week I sold 1,000, the next week I sold 1,400. Gee, I'm looking happy. But then I go, no, wait a minute, hold on. The reason why I got higher costs, I got inflation. That's why we had to increase the price, but I didn't make any more money. In fact, I look back and I didn't hit my 1,000. I only sold 950 hats instead of 1,000. So my units went down and my costs went up. But what they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to adjust for that because they don't want to tell you the truth that things are getting worse, not better. By then, they know with inflation going up and prices going up, they can convince you and take parking space in your head the economy is really getting great, when it's not, because we're selling less. People are paying more and buying less stuff. Now, and the reason why they don't tell you the truth, right here. This is why, right here.
The National Retail Federation expects sales to jump between 10.5% and maybe 13.5% this year. That's nearly double the forecast they gave for retail sales growth just in February, a couple of months ago.
Yeah, and you take, again, January and December, when they said it was a blowout deal for January. No, it wasn't. They paraded around. They went to the top of every mountain and shouted, boy, retail sales up 4%, retail sales up 4%. No, it wasn't. Retail sales were down 18%. But see, they wouldn't adjust the number. They wouldn't come out and be truthful. They wouldn't come out and say, well, wait a minute. Our dollar volume went up, but we sold a lot less stuff. We're in trouble. Inflation goes up, but people are paying more for the same stuff. They're not buying more. They're paying more, and small businesses are suffering. But see, they won't tell you the truth. Now, again, if this market, and it's not if, it's when, and I'm telling you people in 401ks, I know you'll never leave the 401k because they were, what a stroke of genius. When they couldn't sell those 401ks, when 401ks came out, they couldn't give them away. The stroke of genius was when they turned around and they said, well, we'll match you. Because the 401k, when everybody looked at it, everybody was in a pension. How can you compete with a pension? Pension, you are guaranteed. You're going to when you retire, you're guaranteed there's going to be plenty of money for your retirement. When you're in a 401k, there's no guarantee there's going to be enough money for your retirement. You have no guarantee. People were so upset when they got rid of it. They couldn't sell the 401k. So then finally said, well, let's scam them. We'll match them. Well, let me tell you, if you take the spiders, where you can make money when the market drops, all you do is do a reverse, an inverse. You just buy SDS. So if you're going to buy the spiders, you buy SPY. Now, if you think the market starts crashing, going down, you just buy SDS. So SDS is going up while the market's going down. Do you realize that you'll make more money if you count the money they're giving you, the match? You're still going to make more money in the spiders than you ever will with your match in your 401k. Why? Because you got all the hidden fees. All the hidden fees. You don't have that with a 401k. It's the fees that kill you. So you just got to know how to do it. It's easy. And if all you did was stay with those spiders for the next 6-7 months, you're going to do terrific. Because you also have the ability to go in short, doing the inverse SDS. Okay, go to my site, philsgang.com. Click where it says Get Started and click where it says Working Investor Group. 10 days free. And you'll convince yourself that you say, wow, this is smart. I want to learn about those spiders. Okay, so let's talk about all this cash they're claiming, okay? Understand where this cash is coming from. The average person who's making a combined income with the wife of $65,000, $75,000 or less, they're barely making it. They got 2-3 kids, they barely make it. They don't have cash they could retire. If that was the case, why do we have a crisis? Why is there a retirement crisis? These people just lie. So let's go back to the cash. So consumers are on a purchasing spree right now because all this cash they have, it's all their savings. No, it didn't come from, where did it come from? Did it come from wages? No, of course not. It didn't come from wages. Wages have been flat since 1972, for God's sakes, especially with inflation. It didn't come from wages. Well, where'd it come back from? Where'd it come from? From bailout packages. From bailout packages. That's right. And from our government increasing money supply. So they're increasing money supply like crazy at the same time they're doing bailout packages. And the biggest bailout package was the child tax credit.
over $20 billion. They started on July 2021, and they stopped it on December 2020. $20 billion. You know how much money that was? Then don't forget, they did another $10 billion in subsidies. They'd pay your back rent for you. They paid your mortgage for you. They gave everybody a check for $1,400. They gave everybody a check for $280. They gave everybody, if you're on unemployment, you're getting $300 a week. They doubled it. They gave you an extra $300 a week. That's where the money came from. And then the corporations, between the CARES Act, the American Rescue Plan, the American Family Plan, the Infrastructure Plan, the Inauguration Plan, and on and on and on. That's where the money came from. And I told you the other day, the people who got the money are the 5 largest banks. They got the money. Nobody's sitting there with savings. I'm talking about the average. Take our 160 million workforce. 72% of our workforce makes between $55,000 and less combined income. If the wife is working part-time or the husband part-time, then it drops to about 48, 47. You don't get far on that. The people who are making money are the top 1 percentile and the 1/100th of 1 percentile. So if they turn around and decide, and Biden could do this, he could turn around and become a coward because he knows raising rates is not going to work. The only thing that's going to work, okay, is let us go into a deep recession. We should have done that in 2008, 2009, but they wouldn't do it. Rates aren't going to work. So if they decide, okay, let's not cut rates 5, 6 times, tell them we're going to cut it twice. And then they decide, you know what, let's not sell treasuries off our balance sheet. Instead of selling $30 billion a month, $40 billion a month, tell them we'll sell $1 billion a month. And then what will happen? The stock market will go straight up because yields will go right down. Yields will go right back to zero. The tech stocks will take off, and the yield from being at 198 to 200 basis points will drop to 85 basis points. And the big tech stocks will just soar, go right back up. We'll go right back up where we were. Now, if it doesn't work, then we're going to crash. So by being in the spiders with us, it doesn't matter. You're going to be okay either way. It's not like you got to flip a coin. Check it out. philsgang.com. It works.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up.
And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by 860 AM, The Answer, Tampa. 930 AM, The Answer, Sarasota, my hometown. 93.7 FM, The Answer, Sarasota. KSBN AM, 1230. That's in Spokane. Also remember, we stream live both on YouTube and Rumble. Tonight, I'll be posting as I do. I've been doing it for a year. The unfolding of the stock market crash, where I do a recap of the week and give you evidence that we are going to have a crash. And there's no better evidence than what we're seeing now. But you can turn it into something good if you would just listen to me. And please just try for 10 days. You don't have to use your own money. It's free. And just follow with us the spiders and the inverse of the spiders. So if they turn around and decide to screw Main Street again, and they don't care how high inflation goes for Main Street, they just want to give the money right back to the top 1% and the 1/100%. They want to drive those stocks back up to where they were before November, the tech stocks. They may do that. They'll kill Main Street. They'll kill Main Street, but they don't care about Main Street. They don't care. The Republican Party doesn't care about Main Street. Democratic Party don't care about Main Street. They all care about the same thing, the party. They don't care about us. We got to take care of ourselves. So if the market, don't you want to be in a position, and I'll prove it to you, 10 days, doesn't cost you a thing. I'll prove it to you, that we will put you in a position where you'll finally be able to say, it doesn't really matter to me if the market goes down and crashes, or they rig the market, go back up the way it was. I'm going to make money either way with Phil's Gang because they got me set up in an inverse, spider inverse. So I'm going to make money either way. At the end of 10 days, I'm sure you'll be convinced. You will. I know you will. So listen to this. This is real. This guy needs help. This guy Both oars aren't in the water. Listen to this.
The underlying consumer picture, which is wedded to employment and wages, which are obviously both in positive territory, I think steals the show.
Wages are in positive territory? What are you, nuts? Oh my God, what a liar this guy is. People are really in good shape, yeah? You really think so? Then how come 42.1% of people that have a credit card or an auto loan or a student loan are behind at least one payment for 90 days? Why, if that was the case, why is that? I don't understand. And he's saying that people are so in such great shape and they got all kinds of cash at a time that consumers are struggling? Do you know that subscriptions, the cancellation of subscriptions, are the highest it's been, even higher than in 1929? Now, what does that tell you? Just like you really want to see how bad the economy is? Just call any pallet company. What's a pallet? You know, when they're going to ship something, they load it up on a truck. A forklift comes in, and it's like this little square wooden box, and they put the stuff on the square wooden box, and then the forklift comes up, let's put in a truck. Those are pallets. If you really want to know how the country is doing, check and how they're doing pallet sales, and you'll see right now they're the lowest, I think, in history. In history. I mean, so he's telling everything's great. Consumers are struggling with debt, with credit card debt, home equity debt, personal loan debt, credit card. I mean, the highest ever. The highest ever. And like I said, subscriptions, they're canceling. Highest rate ever. They're dying. Consumer debt is rising 26.2% faster than the economy. Consumer debt is rising 18% faster than their wages. Consumer spending is rising 24%. 24% more than their wage income. Understand that? This is crazy. This is nuts. Home equity loans, historic high. Personal loans, historic. Do you know how much they've been pulling money out of their home equity left and right, because their credit cards are being tapped? These guys just don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you the truth. Inflation's at a 40-year high. Please, doesn't that mean something? At a time? Are you kidding me? 40-year high? At a time that labor cost is out of sight, it's too high, nearly 10%, while production is too low. Do you know production is minus 5.2%? You know production is everything? Production is, and nobody wants to talk about that either. Nobody wants to talk about anything that makes sense. They don't want to talk about the truth, do they? Production is everything. Productivity is everything. I mean, productivity is so important because it has this enormous impact on our standard of living. But there's no more productivity because they said, why do we need productivity when all we have to do is print money? And why print that money and put it into new machinery or new technology to produce goods? Let's take the money and do stock buybacks. And the CEOs and the top guys, they all make all the money with stock buybacks. So productivity is so important because it does affect our standard of living. Remember, higher productivity increases our wages. Well, the reason why wages aren't going up because they're taking the money, all this stock buyback money. They're printing all this money to buy stock buybacks. And sending the money to child tax credits and to all these other subsidized programs and crazy. When you have increased productivity, wages go up. But why aren't wages going up? Because we don't have productivity. Why? Because we don't have the money. Why? Because they print all the money and do stock buybacks. If an employer offers you, say, $45 to dig a hole, right? Think about productivity. It's really simple, okay? If somebody said, here's $45, I want you to dig a hole right here, in this, right here. And suppose that you look around and you don't have a shovel. Oh no, you got to do it now. So you're going to have to do it with your bare hands, right? Or maybe you find a spoon on the ground and you take the spoon. Now, it may take you 9 hours to dig the hole because you haven't got the right technology. It may take you 9 hours to dig that hole. Your labor's worth just $5 an hour because you don't have the technology. Now, if you had a shovel instead, you could do that hole maybe in 2 hours. So the market value of your labor or the output productivity just went to $15 from $5. If you had a big excavator, you maybe could dig a hole in 15 minutes. So now you'd be making $180 per hour. See how it works? Productivity raises wages. The reason we haven't got wages going up in the last 14 years because they take that money and do nothing but QE, QE, QE. Great for us in the stock market. We love it. But for the economy, it's not so good, is it? Look, go to my site, philsgang.com. Click where it says Working Investor. Or I'm sorry, where it says Get Started. Then hit Working Investor. And you'll get an experience in 10 days. And if all you did in 10 days is just follow us with the S&P that's in my portfolio. It's part of my portfolio, and you have access to my portfolio and the Working Investor portfolio. If you just follow that for 10 days, so when the market starts going down, you'll see how easy it is. You just buy the inverse, SDS. The market goes up, you get rid of the SDS, and you buy the spider. So easy. It's no harder than putting a light bulb in and then putting a switch on. That's it. Or switch off. But don't let them take parking space in your head that our economy is doing wonderful, because look at all these numbers. Remember, every number, every sale that goes to the cash register, that price is up by 25, 35%. And they're claiming that they're doing more sales. So if a store does $1 million in sales, we're doing more sales. No, they're not. They're doing less sales. They're doing less sales. Look, we're here to help you. All we ask in return, if we do a good job for you, and our first job is to make sure you stop losing money, please help St. Jude. That's all. Just help St. Jude. All right. We'll see you on the charts. Have a great weekend. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to